podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.
PNR.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
It's Tuesday, February 7th, 2017, and from eCinemaOne.com and Subject Cinema, it's time to open the pipeline and check out the latest releases on DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand streaming. This is Tuesday Digidex. I'm TC Kirkham. Hitting this week on DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand, urban comedy Almost Christmas, starring Kimberly Elise, Danny Glover, Omar Epps, Monique, and Romany Malco, rated PG-13. Crime drama American Pastoral, starring Ewan McGregor, who also directed, along with Jennifer Connelly, Dakota Fanning, Peter Riegert, and Rupert Evans, rated R. Comedy Baby Baby Baby, starring Adrienne Palicki, Brian Klugman, Kelsey Grammer, and Dennis Haysbert, rated R. Award-winning thriller Desierto, starring Gael Garcia Bernal and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, rated R. Multi-award-winning documentary The Eagle Huntress, narrated by Star Wars The Force Awakens star Daisy Ridley, rated G. Noir mystery Frank and Lola, starring Michael Shannon, Imogen Poots, Justin Long, and Rosanna Arquette, not rated. The latest entry into DC Comics' direct-to-video animated universe, Justice League Dark, starring the voices of Matt Ryan, Camilla Luddington, Jason O'Mara, Ray Chase, Enrico Colantoni, Roger Cross, Jeremy Davies, Nicholas Turturro, Rosario Dawson, Brian T. Delaney, Alfred Molina, and Jerry O'Connell, rated R. Multi-award nominated biopic Loving, starring Ruth Negga and Joel Edgerton, rated PG-13. Crime thriller The Take, starring Idris Elba, Richard Madden, and Charlotte LeBon, rated R. Animated smash Trolls, starring the voices of Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, Zooey Deschanel, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Christine Baranski, Quvenzhané Wallis, Russell Brand, Gwen Stefani, John Cleese, James Corden, and Jeffrey Tambor, rated PG. And romantic drama Two Lovers and a Bear, starring Dane DeHaan, Tatiana Maslany, and Gordon Pinsett, rated R. The Criterion Collection releases one of the most talked about docs of 2016, the critically acclaimed Camera Person from director Kirsten Johnston. And hitting from the small screen this week, Custer, the complete series. From Dusk Till Dawn, Season 3. Hey Vern, it's Ernest, the complete series. The 1960s Western series, The Monroes, the complete series. Penny Dreadful, the complete series. And the classic sci-fi hit Quantum Leap, the complete series. Scheduled for Netflix this week, award-winning drama Clouds of Sils Maria, starring Juliette Binoche, Kristen Stewart, Chloe Grace Moritz, and Brady Corbett, rated R. And a huge favorite on the indie circuit last year, the romantic fantasy Girl Asleep, starring Bethany Whitmore, Harrison Feldman, Amber McMahon, Matthew Whitted, and Eamon Farrell, not rated. Some notable titles added to Amazon Prime this week. The award-winning biodrama Into the Wild, directed by Sean Penn and starring Emil Hirsch, Hal Holbrook, Marcia Gay Harden, William Hurt, Jenna Malone, Catherine Keener, Vince Vaughn, and Kristen Stewart, rated R. A bit of classic sci-fi horror schlock in 1973's Invasion of the Bee Girls, starring former Price is Right model Anitra Ford, along with William Smith, Victoria Vetri, and Cliff Osmond, rated R. The debut film of rising director/writer J.C. Chandor, 2011's Wall Street thriller Margin Call, starring Kevin Spacey, Paul Bettany, Jeremy Irons, Zachary Quinto, Penn Badgley, Simon Baker, Mary McConnell, Demi Moore, and Stanley Tucci, rated R. 2006's critically acclaimed historical biopic Amazing Grace, starring Ewan Griffin, Romola Garai, Benedict Cumberbatch, Albert Finney, and Michael Gambon, leading a who's who of British cinema, rated PG. And the only film ever directed by actor and TV icon Larry Hagman, the 1973 horror spoof sequel Beware the Blob, starring Robert Walker Jr., Gwen Guilford, Richard Stahl, Richard Webb, and J.J. Johnston. Rated PG. Most of today's new releases are available on both DVD and Blu-ray, although in some cases manufacturers will release titles only in one format. Check your favorite online source for DVD and Blu-ray releases to find if your preferred format is available. Most major film titles are also usually available for streaming and download through multiple sites on the same day as DVD release. Check your favorite online streaming services to see if your favorite films are available to stream or download. For the lowdown on what's hitting U.S. theaters every weekend, check out 3 Minute Weekend, your complete guide to all the new theatrical releases every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, available on this same feed through most podcast services or directly from our website at eCinemaOne.com. Please remember to check out PNRNetworks' premier weekly film podcast, Subject Cinema, with yours truly and my lovely co-host Kim Brown. Now in its second decade, it's full of reviews, news, commentary, and a whole lot of laughs. You can check it out every Sunday evening at eCinemaOne.com and SubjectCinema.com, or subscribe to your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn.com, YouTube, and many others. Just search your favorite service for Subject Cinema. If you enjoy Tuesday Digidex each week, please consider joining our Patreon campaign. Your generous recurring monthly support will help give us a chance to upgrade our equipment and bring you more news, features, coverage, and shows, and make our current shows and websites get bigger and better. You support a show you like, we give you some cool perks in return, and you're not supporting just Tuesday Digidex, but all of the PNR Networks family. Monthly donations start at just $2, and we really appreciate your patronage and support. So become a Patreon supporter. Click on the giant orange Patreon button on any PNR Networks website, or go directly for all the scoop at patreon.com/PNR Networks. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Tuesday Digidex. Please join me every Tuesday morning for all the DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand releases in the U.S. And don't forget to subscribe so you're up to date on the latest releases as soon as the show goes up. You can subscribe through iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, and other popular podcast sites, and also through Roku. Find out how at the eCinemaOne website. I'll see you this Friday on 3 Minute Weekend, but for now, for Tuesday Digidex, I'm TC Kirkham. See you next week.
Welcome to the Really Awful Movies podcast, a celebration of low-budget cinema.
It is another apocalyptical prediction about to come true. Winds of death will sweep across the world, and whole continents will be cast adrift in an ocean of blood.
Chris, and along with Jeff, we're bringing you the very best and worst of horror, sci-fi, action, exploitation, kung fu, and women in prison movies from the 1970s to today. Be sure and check out reallyawfulmovies.com for reviews, interviews, lists, and terrific movie giveaways.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
Podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.